Good morning. I don't know, I just felt it in my spirit to vlog this morning. Because today, one of those mornings is just one of those days where I don't feel my best emotionally, not even just physically. Just physically, I feel okay, other than needing some energy. But just emotionally, sorry for the sun. It's one of those days where I miss my mother, and just feeling little feelings of depression. And it just clicked for me this morning that I never experienced depression really before losing my mom, because just talking to her, sorry guys. I never really experienced depression the way that I experience it now. Is because, when my mom was here, just talking to her, being in her presence, feeling her love, genuine love, it made my day. Even on days when I had bad days and I tried to smile through it, she would always know, and I would break down crying, and then I would feel better because her voice just did something. It was my voice of happiness for me. Whenever I went through anything, well, since she's been gone, I've been going through more than I've ever went through before she was here. I've become so aware of so much, and so I'm more sensitive to a lot of things. Some people will understand what I'm talking about, and some people won't. That's cool. But I just feel, aside from certain lack of nutrition, I realized that a lot of the feelings of just my lowness. I don't even like using depression, but the lowness that I feel sometimes in my life, I feel like it just comes from a void that I feel from her not being here no more, because she provided so much happiness and so much confidence to so many people. I randomly was on TikTok, and first thing that popped up, because I just wasn't feeling my best, so I looked up some stuff about gut health, like your gut, because it controls a lot of, your emotions, just your whole overall body. And a lot of things they said was about like serotonin, which is the hormone that controls your mood and stuff. And I feel like she provided that naturally. She provided those like dopamines and serotonins and things like that. She provided it naturally, that I didn't have to consume it on a day-to-day basis. And I feel like it took me having a not so good morning to realize that just their presence. I just felt the impact almost 4 years later. And I have my moments like this to myself. More than anybody will probably realize, I just don't show it often. You know, sometimes we just simply don't feel like showing that side. Sometimes, at least for myself, I'm more of a private person. So I go through my hard times in private, and I learn my lesson, and I give the lesson that I learned from that to you guys, to the public, because I've sat with how I felt for a minute, sorry. And so that's why y'all never really see this side of me, because I deal with this side in private. But I don't know, I just felt it in my spirit to record this morning, because maybe somebody's going through the same thing, feeling like they have to be strong all the time, and figuring out their emotions, missing their loved one. Clearly you're not alone. You know, so I mean it when I say you're not alone. Like, I genuinely feel these things sometimes. You know, whether it be just unhappiness with yourself, unhappiness in your job, and unhappiness with just life, you know. Not that you don't want to be here, it's just with everything going on, it gets so draining. Social media, just not living a life feeling fulfilled, it gets exhausting. And this is the part where I feel God coming in and speaking to me, saying that, you know, it gets exhausting, but you know, we're children of God, so we keep pushing through. We cry our cry, we have our tears, we feel our lows, and after we wipe our tears, we conquer our day the way that we were meant to. So and I feel better already. Before I even started recording, I had a whole boo-hoo session, whole crying session. Probably I left the house early this morning, just not in a good space. I can tell it's one of those days where, you know when you can feel the devil just trying to get in your way. It's one of those days. And but he doesn't win over here. So, you know, again, even in your lows and when you don't feel your best, cry it out, say your prayer or have your conversation to God. That's what I was doing before I started recording this vlog. And sit in silence and see what message God has for you. I've learned that with meditation. Starting to meditate more in the morning. I did it this morning. But even with crying, it's like when I hit record, I felt like I had all this to say. And then once I got all my tears out, I don't know, it's just something in my spirit that says just sit quiet. And I think that's God's way of trying to give me messages. Maybe my mom trying to get through to me, to comfort me. I don't know, but y'all just feel whatever it is that you're feeling. And know that it is okay to feel how you feel. Regardless of how your morning starts out, it may start out crappy. It doesn't have to end that way. It does not have to end that way. And also, how your day ends and goes is up to you. I'm learning that also. So moving forward. I'm finna go to work. Going to work, but yeah. I mean, I really don't have much to say. This feels silly to do. This sounds silly, but I don't know. Maybe it's God speaking to me. Somebody needs to see this. Somebody needs to feel this because maybe they're feeling similar. And hopefully I help some way, somehow. But yeah, I'm gonna try to find me some breakfast because I have not eaten since about lunchtime yesterday. Just haven't had an appetite. That's a part of it too. Just not wanting to eat, or not feeling that any foods around here, like the fast foods and the restaurant foods, it just doesn't feel like they belong in my body. It's the best I can describe it. They don't make me feel fulfilled. So I need to go find me some food this morning because I have absolutely no energy at all. That's a part of it. But I love you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being there and understanding. And hope you guys have a good morning because I'm going to. The remainder of my morning and the remainder of my day, I'm going to have a good day. So I hope you do too. Love y'all. What's up, y'all? Hold on one second because it's hot. Hold on. Alright, y'all, so I just wanted to give an update from earlier in the vlog. I thought about just leaving it this morning how it was, but I feel like a whole lot better, 1,000 times better than I did this morning. So I just felt the need to like give an update. I just decided to take control over my life and today, and just make today a positive day. Like, I really meant it. Like, I'll be darned, I had a not so good morning, but I'll be darned if my day ends that way. And when I tell you my day, I feel right now in this moment, I feel amazing. I took the time to nourish my body. I had some fruit for breakfast, and I got plenty of water. I've been sipping on water and making myself like drink more water just to be hydrated. For lunch, I had like a really healthy meal that was still tasty. Shout out to Kava. Yeah, just drinking more water and just being mindful. Just being mindful of self and being self-aware. Like, what thoughts am I feeding myself? I also, normally when I work, I put on headphones. Even when I go to work, I tend to like bump music. Like, I've been bumping Duke Deuce, Crunk Stars album, and like turned up stuff in the morning just to get myself geared up for work. But honestly, it's like some of those things are not vibrations you need in the morning. They can mess with your nerves and your mood. And I just feel like for the morning that I had, I just needed no music. I didn't need any distractions. I didn't need any of that. So I took proactive steps to actively making my day better, and I feel amazing. My mom was on my mind all day, and I just was thinking, like, what would she want me to do in this moment? She would want me to pivot, and she would want me to get it together, because she didn't raise anybody that just gives up on themselves or is negative on themselves. So I did that, and I'm proud, and I feel like I made her proud. And so now I will continue the rest of my day trying to talk my hubby into going hiking. Honestly, I'm trying to switch it up, because I feel like sometimes when we get down on ourselves and get sad and depressed, it's because we have mundaneness in our lives. We go to work, we come home, we're tired, we eat, we go to sleep, we start the next day the same way. I feel like we need something else. We need to switch it up. So I'm gonna see if he wants to go hiking. I would hate to hike by myself, but at this point I will, because I'll be darned if I go home, relax, chill, and just do the same thing we always do. That's my advice, y'all. If you're going through the same thing, just try to pivot, which by my definition just means to drastically turn things around, turn it around. See how you can turn it around. Also, real quick before I leave, because I'm gonna go home, but I've been reading this book, and I'll do a book review a little later. I'm getting ready to start doing book reviews on the books that I've been reading, because I've been reading a lot. That's another thing, another story for another time. One of the things the book talks about is how our brain is our most powerful tool, and what we think, like our thoughts, those are our truths. So when I say, like, my morning might have started out bad, but it's not going to end that way, I was really dead set on that. Like, it's not ending that way. That is not my truth. I did what I needed to do to have a good day, and that is my truth. That's my current truth. Whatever we focus our thoughts on is our reality. So I'm gonna let y'all sit on that little tidbit. Sit and let that sizzle in your spirit a little bit. Getting ready to fight this traffic to go potentially get gas and to the health store, because I want to pick up, I don't know, I'm trying to better my health. There's this book at this health food store by my house about like eating for your blood type, because I've been trying to eat you know, like the Queen of Foods and the Dr. CBs, and like just do fruits and vegetables and be vegetarian, but I personally feel not my best sometimes when I do it. So I think that for my blood type, I need some type of meat. I don't know if I'm able to actually do it. Like, that's a thing. So yeah, that's how I'm finna spend the rest of my evening. I love y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing day. And yeah, don't forget to smile.